soldiers on the front lines are resupplied. Many thanks for joining me. Now this is the news in details. Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva, joined residents of Karongi district in a community work Umuganda activity where more than 5,000 trees were planted in the Karehe Gatunhu Natural Forest, commonly known as Muchiro. He urged Rwandans to follow up on the growth of the trees they plant, noting that when trees are neglected, up to 60% of them fail to grow. We do have details to this report. Out of the over 5,000 trees planted during this community exercise, held in Rugabano sector, Karongi district, and attended by the Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Nsengiyumva, 300 were indigenous species, while the rest were fruit trees and agroforestry species. Some residents living near the Chilehegatun forest, which is being restored through the tree planting, said the forest was once dense but has gradually been degraded by human activities. We have a responsibility rehabilitating this forest by ensuring we don't graze in it and protecting the trees against deforestation. We are going to protect these trees well, especially against people who do not understand the value of trees. This will help the trees grow well and bring us more value. According to Karongi district officials, over the past 30 years, the Chilehegatun forest has lost about 60% of its original size due to degradation. Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Dr. Nsengiyumva Justin, referring to this example of forest loss, urged residents to protect and restore the forest so that it can regain its natural state. You need to help us in protecting these trees we've just planted so they do not die off. We wish to see them grow 100% so that this forest is restored. As Rwandans, we have a challenge. We usually plant many trees, but almost 60% of them die off. Therefore, people from responsible offices need to help us ensure that these trees grow very well. The government of Rwanda has set a target to increase national tree coverage. To achieve this, the Prime Minister highlighted the key role of citizens, urging Rwandans to understand the importance of trees and to plant them in large numbers. I think even if we are planting trees now, there is a comprehensive plan to plant many trees in different areas. Have you heard about it? As of now, only a third of the land we want to have trees planted on is the land that has trees planted. We therefore want to work together with you to plant more trees in as many areas as possible. As Rwanda enters the rainy season, when many Rwandans are engaged in farming activities, the Prime Minister also encouraged the full use of arable land, calling on farmers to apply fertilizers to boost productivity, a step that will help the government achieve its goal of increasing agricultural output by 50%. Now, in an exclusive conversation, I sat down with Mrs. Umulisa Kaitare, General Manager of Movenpick Hotel, to talk about what it means to run one of Rwanda's top hospitality brands, from empowering local talent to redefining luxury in hospitality in Kigali. Take a look. Tonight on this conversation, we are going to look at a new chapter in Rwanda's tourism, but also the MICE industry. This is a new hotel that has come on the market, but of course, to have this conversation with me is the General Manager, Mrs. Umulisa Rutaisira. Most welcome to RwandaTV News.
Thank you, William.
I understand this hotel is built on legacy, but also some historic place. Talk to me about the new hotel, but also how you blend your global identity with the historic grounds upon which you built.
Thank you so much. First of all, it's not newly built, but it's newly renovated. It's known as a Novotel, former Novotel, former Omowano. I know the hotel itself had different names, but we are coming in as a Movenpick Hotel Kigali, which comes with the brand of Accor, but also with Swiss global hospitality, come to blend the Rwandan warmth. Historically, the hotel itself is known for the bakery and pastries, and we maintain that by employing few employees of the former one employees that managed to apply, but also with the extra trainings that we gave our teams to maintain the quality of bread that we used to have.
You talked about the blend, the Swiss and the Rwandan culture. Talk to me about how that is going to be sort of intertwined, but also to reflect in the services that you offer. What sort of services are you offering with that Swiss touch, but also the Rwandan touch?
Yes, it's an international brand, as I said, under Accor. Now, the international services and the standard will be offered by the Rwandan employees, especially. We're supporting also the ladies as a general manager. The recruitment was 50-50, so 50 female, 50% male. So it gives opportunity to different people. And we receive you. We're not employees, we're artists. We have a slogan that we use, we make moments. By making moments, we consider everyone celebrating birthdays. We have different venues for birthday celebration, wedding anniversary. If you're looking for a room, a staycation weekend, so we have rooms, a total of 124 rooms. We've got also the recreation facilities that includes the heated pool, the kids club, which is very new on the market. So I've got a paddle court. I would say it's not the first one, but it's one among the new trends in hospitality, especially in Kigali. We've got also a tennis court that used to be here, and there's also a gym that is coming, newly built. It's on the other side. We've got meeting spaces. We've got also a co-working space that we call wardrobe. For business travelers without offices, they can occupy for a month, for a week, if they want. For business startups like young people, entrepreneurs, they can also occupy it for a day, for an hour. We have different options for them.
Definitely amazing stuff from the people that will see it, but also the people that will visit. It is amazing stuff. But let's look at, you said it's not newly constructed, but newly renovated. Literally, that means probably from the different phases, there are people that have been retained or probably carried through to this new thing. Talk to me about the entire coping up, through the transformation phases. Of course, as you renovate, there are either people losing jobs, but also others gaining jobs. The 50-50 employment, what opportunities for those that may want to be part of this new transformation?
Yes, there's so many opportunities. Once a hotel opens, it opens with a certain number, depending on the operation demand. But as the business grows, it gives opportunity to newcomers, new joiners. There's some that can work on internship basis from schools. There's some that can work on casual basis. There can also new recruitments that will be put on the budget. It does not come with the employment of the staff only, but it also creates opportunities for new vendors that we're going to be working with, like the suppliers, especially the farmers. That's the plan that we have to support the farmers. We have local suppliers. There are very few vendors that we're going to use internationally, and basically for things that are not available locally. But the hospitality, Swiss hospitality matching the Rwandan warmth, it means we're going to use the local hubs. Not necessarily the hotel is going to be offering food, but also we are incorporating an international standard, but with natural herbs that we get. We're planning also to have a chef's garden, so from the garden to the plate, that it feels good.
You must have read from my next question. I was going to ask you for what makes you unique. Of course, you're joining a pool of hotels, 5-star hotels that are already performing well in Rwanda. I was going to look at the specific note, what makes this Movenpick so special that people should come. But also, talk to me just in a second on what the public should look forward to as we gear up to open it officially now. Sort of raise their appetite.
Yes, the contribution we're bringing to the other 5-star, it's a we're complementing them in terms of the MICE facilities, because we have more than 8 meeting spaces that can accommodate up to 300 people. We are adding an inventory of rooms, so we're not going to get a shortage in case we have like tourists coming to Rwanda. We have also a presidential suite, because the hotel was renovated, but we incorporated an additional value of a presidential suite. In the case we have different heads of state, some can stay at the Radisson and the Marriott, but we also have a facility for them. So our specialty that we're bringing on the market, first of all, we're artists. We do our jobs from heart, not only to do a job for a paycheck. We are here because of our passion. Personally, I always say I'm in hospitality by passion and by calling, because I've been in hospitality for the last 20 years, and the same applies to the rest of the teams. So we have the passion for what we do, and that's what we are bringing on the market. Plus, we are artists, but we also make moments. It's not all about serving food, because food is all over in other hotels, in 5-star or 4-star hotels. But here we make moments. We create a memorable experience whenever you come to Movenpick. I don't know if you have read also my name tag. We make moments. So we need to make sure that we create a memorable experience that will make you feel like you want to stay at Movenpick Kigali rather than going somewhere else. I know the waits have been so long. Everyone asking, when are you opening? Officially, we are going to start with a soft opening by next month, November. And we plan also for an official launch once the full property is ready. What I can tell those who have been waiting for us, we are ready for you as you have been waiting for us for long. And we're ready to make moments. If you're looking for a staycation, please come and enjoy our rooms. If you're looking for a birthday celebration, we have got you covered. If you have a family, you stay in the room, the husband can go to play tennis and the kid will be in a kids club. That's an added value that other hotels may not have. And maybe I can also highlight that we have a swimming pool that is heated. You can swim either at night or during the day. If you want to do some exercise, we have got a gym with professional gym instructors. If you're looking for a meeting space, we've got boardrooms from a small number, from 12 people up to 300 people. If you're looking for a cocktail or wedding, we already have bookings for weddings in December in the garden. If you're looking for an event around the swimming pool, we're there for you. Think about any parties. We're planning to do a mega event. Don't plan to miss. If you're young, you're in Kigali. If you're old, we have got everything for any generation, any age gap, being kids or adults, being business or leisure. It's an urban resort. That's why you have the business concept, also the leisure type.
Let me thank you for allowing space to talk to us. Many thanks.
You're most welcome.
Of course, that was the general manager of Movenpick, one of the first ladies that are at the level of general manager for 5-star hotel. Now let's move on to moot court competitions that are organized by the International Committee of the Red Cross and bringing together law students from various universities in Rwanda was held this Friday. The University of Unilag emerged as the winner, defeating ULK and Ines Ruhengeri, which has also reached the finals. The term moot court refers to an activity commonly used in the teaching of international law, where students simulate court proceedings based on hypothetical written or spoken cases that have not occurred in real life. The aim is to help students gain practical experience in judicial work, including roles as judges, prosecutors, and defense lawyers. The competition, organized by the ICRC in Rwanda, follows the same format, and the students who participated in the 2025 edition spoke about how the experience benefits their legal education.
what we've learned throughout the competition is how important it is to know our laws, our international laws especially, as well as how important it is for us to constantly be looking at the laws and reading and making sure that we can apply the laws to the situations of today. This particular competition is talking about modern technologies and the use of cyber attacks in international law. So throughout this entire competition, we learned how people can weaponize machinery to however they wish to do so. And so throughout this entire competition, we've been learning everything that we can about cybergenetics and cyber attacks. We've been learning how to apply, how to address the courts, legal procedure, and so on and so forth. As for what I expect to learn in the future, or what I expect after this competition, I expect us to continue learning, because that's how we as human beings, we're constantly learning, to use what we've been given today by the ICRC, use international humanitarian law, international criminal law, and read through everything that we can and apply it in our legal professions in the future. It helps with confidence, actually, because going in front of a very big panel of judges, these are very scary individuals, and they ask you a lot of questions. They make sure that they disrupt you when you're speaking because they want you to build your confidence. When they ask you questions, you have to answer it in a way that you know what you're saying and you don't get too distracted by what the judge is saying. It builds your confidence. It teaches you how to think on your feet, and that's one of the most important things about having these mood scenarios. For us today, we did the prosecution, so we have to bring the case and we have to convince the judges that what we're saying is the truth and that they have to admit our case to their courts. As for the defense, they have to defend their client as much as possible. Today it was in a trial chamber, not in the actual hearing of the case. So we had to make sure that the procedures that we're using are appropriate for the case that we were doing. So it teaches us so many things.
Competition was an amazing experience, especially yesterday for the role play. It was an eye-opener. It taught us a lot, and I want to do this again. It's really impactful and educative. The fact that we were taking the laws from the books and applying it and putting it in practice, it shows that you are not just by the law. You should also understand what the law means and what it says and how to apply it to practical or in real life experiences. It helps us to perform so many legal skills, especially as it relates to human rights and international humanitarian law, for you to know how to apply the laws to the cases and how to defend or prosecute and to be legally inclined. Really, I will be so excited because this is a great experience for me. I just started my second year, and people tell me, you haven't done international humanitarian law, and I'm like, I've read books, I read books. And so if I win, I will be very excited because it's a huge accomplishment, and I know there will be more to come when I enter my final year.
Counsel Karinda Jean Damascene, who chaired the panel of judges for the competition, said that such contest opens many international opportunities for students.
The moot court, which is based on a fictional case, helps the students to apply their knowledge, especially the theoretical knowledge that they get from the schools, and they get this opportunity to apply it in real life. So when they were dealing with international humanitarian law in classrooms and they get the opportunity to attend this competition, it is an opportunity for them to test their legal understanding of international humanitarian law in real practice. And with consideration to the theme that is prepared every year when this competition is organized, we are aiming at testing the legal understanding of these students with regard to that topic that we are discussing with an example of today's theme, which is about international humanitarian law and emerging technologies. We mainly intended to look at the legal understanding of these students with regard to that particular topic, the fighting of wars with new technologies, which is different from how old wars used to be fought. The competition mainly helps the students to be exposed as I was saying, that it tests their legal understanding in real life instead of the theoretical knowledge that they get from schools. This competition opens new doors of opportunities for them to connect with their peers, and as I said, that the winners of this national competition will be given an opportunity to compete in All Africa competition that will be held in Nairobi in November. So that will be an opportunity for them to meet and exchange with other students from other schools, from other countries, which definitely gives them a glimpse on what other students at their level are busy doing.
Now, Julien Namahoro, an official at the ICRC in charge of promoting the dissemination of international humanitarian law, explained how the competition is organized and how the ICRC collaborates with the participating universities. This is the 9th edition of the competition, which brought together 8 Rwandan universities that offer law programs. It is expected that the winning students will travel to Kenya to compete at the African regional level. Now, as the Mobile World Congress 2025 concludes here in Kigali, its impact goes far beyond technology companies. The education sector, too, is among the major beneficiaries. Our colleague Enora Gladys sat down with Titus Gashia, the CEO and founder of FEWA, the Future of Education and Work in Africa, to discuss how this global tech gathering is helping their foundation transition from smart classrooms to AI-powered learning environment. Enora Gladys.
The purpose of FEWA is to help the African governments, Africa's private sector. Actually, FEWA has got 3 pillars. The first one is called the FEWA AI Policy Foundry. The AI Policy Foundry, the focus is on the ministerial level, government level, to inspire ministers, to show them to provoke their ideas and insights through master classes, through high-level convenings like this one, just to provoke that sense of reflection around policy that we need to transform. Then the second bit of the FEWA mission is the FEWA Innovation Hub, AI Innovation Hub, and that's a very interesting mission which you'll be learning about probably after this event. And it's a hub that is creating like a pipeline of AI innovators who are building AI native products, and it's a linkage with markets. Like we take them up, we incubate the project, and we also do linkage with investors. So I think so probably the third thing I should mention already before we get distracted is I mentioned the FEWA AI Policy Foundry, the FEWA AI Innovation Hub, and the third one is the FEWA events. So it actually has got a lot to do when it comes to getting it together so that we can move with speed. And I think really the mission is too big to be done by us, so we have partners. We work with various partners. GSMA is definitely one of them for this particular event, and it's certain that we have got to do a collaborative approach rather than a siloed approach, like each person doing their own thing. Rwanda is already learning a lot. Like like the minister mentioned, the speed is quite a bit. Like there seems to be a lot of adaptability, I would say. Government seems to be much more open to adopt and receive ideas in Africa. And I think Rwanda is leading. We hosted the Global AI Summit for Africa. So to me, it's a clear thing that the right path. Yeah. At this particular hour where AI is disrupting labor, AI is disrupting education, it's like an open check for us to decide what we want to write on it. We need to decide to move with speed. We need to decide to move with innovation, like with a sense of not being stuck on the old ways. Remember, we're not talking about the permanent and pensionable, you work in one company for 30 years, those things are now gone. And the dynamics of the economy is such that even the professor of economics cannot tell you what it will look like in the next 1 week. So those dynamics then make it that it's impossible to remain in a shell and to do things in silos and to do things slowly. Yeah. We want to impact in education is the paradigm of how we have been looking at education for the past. We've been looking at education as a separate item, and we are proposing to look at education as an ecosystem, which means that we are not going to have things atomized and separated, but look at them from a system perspective. Analyzing things from a systems angle is always holistic, and it's always something that to do things slowly. Yeah. We want to impact in education is the paradigm of how we have been looking at education for the past. We've been looking at education as a separate item, and we are proposing to look at education as an ecosystem, which means that we are not going to have things atomized and separated, but look at them from a system perspective. Analyzing things from a systems angle is always holistic, and it's always something that nets a lot of results. So for education, the first thing is to change the paradigm. It's not just a pipeline to deliver a job or to deliver you to the job market. It's meant to develop your character, to build who you are, to shape how you see the world, to maximize and optimize leadership in you as a person, self-leadership to begin with, before you lead other people. So I would say that education, like I mentioned, comes from a root word educo, which means to rear, to educe, to develop, or to rear, or to draw out from within, which implies that it's really not adding anything to you, it's bringing out something out of you. Yeah.
Well, we now take a break and return with international news in a bit, shall we?
Nyiri muto arababwiraga data bati ntabwo wagira umukamo mwinshi utunze inka imwe, ariko nigeze acika intege. Mama akinjira mu bucuruzi hari abamubwiraga bati ntabwo watera imbere udakorera mu iduka rigezweho, ariko ntibyamusubije inyuma, yakoranaga umwete. Njya muri kaminuza hari abanshidikanyagaho bavuga ko nashobora kaminuza naturuka mu muryango wifashije, ariko byarangiye nanditse amateka mashya. Igihe cyo gutera ishema umuryango wanjye kigeze, bamwe bakomeje kumbwira bati ntabwo watera umuryango wawe ibyishimo n'ishema, ariko narabishoboye. Hari abakekaga ko nasigira umurage ukomeye abankomokaho, ariko ubu mfite uruganda rutunganya amata. Banki ya Kigali yabaye umufatanyabikorwa wanjye mu rugendo rwose, inzozi zanjye ziba impamo. Bigereho.
Made in Kigali, sold in Nairobi, celebrated in Accra. This is African creativity finding its way across borders.
Afro-quality. Buy African, build Africa.